actually out here at the Hyundai Dealership 392. Surprised that 392 is actually on this lot. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. I'm actually at the car wash. My car's super dirty, man. Stupid music. Look at this joint. All that pollen on this joint. Well, I couldn't help it, man. I had to come to the car wash, man. I can't have my joint dirty like this. Look at this, bro. This joint's super dirty. And y'all ain't gonna believe my rims. Look at my wheels. Y'all probably can't tell on camera, but them joints super dirty, bro. Look at that, look. That brake dust serious. So I gotta get the power stop soon. I'm about to throw some water on this joint real quick. And I'll check back in with y'all in a minute. Let me clean this car up. Let's go. Alright guys, so she clean now. Throw a little water on this joint. And this person right here wetting my car up. Let me get out of here. He's spraying his car down next to me and wetting up my damn car. We gotta get away from this vibe. Y'all little how this joint look at night, bruh. Yeah. I'm actually out here at the Hyundai dealership. My daughter is actually in the market for a car, but I pulled up to the dealership. Look what I see out here. 392. And that joint got wheels on it. Somebody must have just traded it in. Try to zoom in on that joint. That joint nice. But the car my daughter's looking at is the Q5. And then they got a Q3 over there. So she asked me to come out here and check them out. I don't know, I'd rather her buy, if she want a car like that, I'd rather her buy one from the actual Audi dealership instead of buying it from one of these off-brand, well not off-brand, but I'd rather her just buy it from the actual dealership, the Audi dealership. That way she can get a certified warranty, and the car probably was a lease return if she buys it from a dealership, an Audi dealership. But while we out here, I'm gonna ride through. This is a Dodge dealership right next to this Hyundai dealership. That's why I'm surprised that 392 is actually on this lot. Why didn't they trade it into the Dodge dealership? I'm telling you, Dodge be playing with, when you try to trade these cars in, they either try to lowball you or they don't want the car. That's a lot to be said about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Cause like the same thing I did. I sold my RT to a Honda dealership because the Dodge didn't want it. So that's crazy, bro. It's almost like if you ain't got a Hellcat, if you're not trading a Hellcat to the Dodge dealership, they don't want that joint. Hope I can fit the wide body through this little cut right here. They got a little tight right here. I can get it through there. I can get it through there. That's the same. He must work here because I see that car up here every time I come here. The RT, you got the bumper and all that, but it don't have the you don't have the hood. You got the SRT bumpers without the hood. Yeah, I don't see nothing out here, bruh. They don't have no cars. Yeah, this joint dead. But that brings me to the topic of the V6s. My boy Knockout 360 made a video about the V6s, people putting the wide body kits on the V6. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel, man, you should subscribe to his channel. People giving him a hard time about his video about adding the wide body kits to the RTs and the V6s. And I'm gonna tell you, it was funny when I saw the thumbnail. I started laughing. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought the thumbnail was hilarious because he was like, the V6, this got to stop. The wide bodies V6 got to stop. And that was just hilarious to me, man. But there's a lot of people that's actually giving him a hard time about the video. And I figured I would touch on it real quick. Me personally, I don't really care what people do to their own car. It just seemed, because for one, I had a V6 before. I had a V6 300 and I had a V6 Charger. So I know what it's like to have a V6. I know what it's like to want a Charger, and you might not be in a situation where you can afford to buy a Scatpack or a Hellcat. So I don't think there's nothing necessarily wrong with buying a V6. I mean, and everybody don't need a V8. Some people live in areas where it snow a lot, or you know what I'm saying, they need all-wheel drive, or they do a lot of driving, but they like the styling of the Charger. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always all about. Let me put this car in put this car in eco mode, but my exhaust is screaming right now. I just want to come across on the video. I don't want it to be too loud. So yeah, like I was saying, sometimes people gotta buy what works for their situation. So I really personally, there's nothing wrong with having a V6. It's all Mopar, but I think what people are getting upset about, and I understand their concern, is the fact that you can pay $90,000 for a car that looks just like a car you can pay $30,000 for, and that rubs some people the wrong way. You have to understand that everybody's situation is different, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because I remember when I first got my V6 Charger, to me, that was like having a V8. You know what I'm saying? I ain't care nothing about, and for real, I knew nothing about scat packs and RTs and all that stuff. Even when I bought my V6, I just liked the way the Chargers look. And my Charger was my V6 was a 2007. And I think I bought it in like 2010. So I could care less if it was a damn V6, a 2.4. I could care less about any of that stuff at that point in time. All I knew is I wanted a Charger. And I think we got to understand that everybody likes the way the wide bodies look. So a lot of the V6 owners like, shoot, man, I like the way they look too, so I want to put it on my car. They're not thinking about, oh, I'm gonna upset the V8 owners. Ain't nobody thinking like that. And I think we have to be, we got to understand that. So we got to do a little better at understanding that everybody can't afford to have a V8. So if somebody want to add the wide body to their V6, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? Just understand what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be criticism. There's going to be some backlash. I'm ready to open this sunroof, bro. Hope it don't be too much noise. It's getting warm up in there. There's going to be some backlash. People going to give you a hard time. So as long as you understand that, and you can care less what people say, because a lot of times, man, you gotta have thick skin nowadays, bro. Especially if you're on social media. If you got a V6, you put a wide body kit on your car, and you're on social media, people gonna talk smack. That's just how it works. That's just the times we live in. And I understand that. Just like there's certain things I may or may not do to my car that people give me a hard time about. That's just the nature of the beast. But is there anything necessarily wrong with people doing it? I mean, it's their car, it's their prerogative. There's people that, just like me, for instance, I don't believe in putting 32-inch rims on a Dodge Charger. I think that's foolish. But that's just how I feel. And there's a bunch of people that do it all the time. I mean, it's their car, it's their prerogative. And I don't see there's necessarily nothing wrong with it. I just think you shouldn't do it. But that don't necessarily make it right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these are muscle cars. They don't need 28-inch rims on. You know what I'm saying? But people do it all the time. Like I said in one of my other videos, it depends on where you from. A lot of the people that's from down south, that's what they do. They put big wheels on cars. That's just what they do. I think it look cool. I just wouldn't do it. I don't think you should, and I wouldn't do it. But I don't think it's necessarily anything wrong with it, is what I'm saying. Because I've had problems with when I put 20-inch rims, when I put aftermarket 20-inch rims on my car, it was a problem. I always had problems with my sensors. I always had low tire pressure problems. It just brought a whole bunch of headaches to me. I just decided I wasn't doing that no more. Whatever rims that come on the cars was gonna be on the car. And now Dodge rims, the rims that Dodge put on these cars now are tight. So I just don't see no need to change them. But I understand the YouTube game. You gotta modify your car. You gotta stay up to date if you wanna stay relevant, because that's how YouTube works. People go to YouTube to see things that you normally wouldn't see. And I understand that. That's why I don't have 150,000 subscribers, because I'm not doing what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? It's just, that's just what it is. And I guarantee if I start uploading every day, buying a car every day, wrapping my car every 2 months, all that kind of stuff, I'll have an unlimited amount of subscribers. But I'm just not on that kind of time. I just do things at my own pace. I do things that a regular working person can do to a vehicle. I don't have it where I can just, you know, keep switching the wrap and this and that. Who knows what the future may bring? I'm working towards being able to do things like that, but right now that just ain't, it's just not where I'm at. So, and that just is what it is. But to get back on topic, man, putting a wide body on a V6, unless you're gonna add the spacers, I mean, it's a lot you gotta do, bro, in order to add that wide body kit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot to do, and it costs a lot of money, and I think it's just not worth it. Me personally, if I had a V6, I wouldn't, there's no way I would do it. I think it's just costs too much to do it for nothing. I don't think it necessarily adds anything to the car. Now, if you got a narrow body scat pack and you decide to add the wide body kit, that makes a whole lot of sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. But you know, Dodge eventually, it's starting to rain. Eventually, they're gonna sell the V6s with the wide body because people want them. People that, the people who need V6 Chargers want the wide body kit. You feel what I'm saying? So Dodge, it's all about supply and demand. The people who want it, they gonna sell it. Just like the Hellcat Durango. They tested the waters, made it seem like they were gonna be selling a limited amount of them to see if people wanted them. Now that people want them, all that limited edition stuff is out the window. You can buy them joints a dime a dozen. Once these plants open back up, you're gonna start seeing Hellcat Durangos on the lot just like everything else. And the TRX, all these cars, only car you not buying, only car that they actually stuck to their word about was the Demon. That's it, and that make a whole lot of sense. I just don't understand how they thought they was only gonna be able to make 2,000 Hellcat Durangos. I just don't think, I don't know why people fed into that, including myself. It just didn't make sense. Because people wanted that 392 Durango. So that's just my 2 cents, man. I ain't gonna talk too long. So, you know, people been asking me my opinion about adding a wide body to the V6. That's your prerogative, man. If that's what you wanna do, I wouldn't do it. But it's nothing wrong with it. Hey, do what you do. Just know when you pull up at the light, and just remember you got a V6. Don't be trying to race no Scats or Hellcat. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, it's your car, man. Have fun. You work hard for it. Do what you do. I got respect for everybody. I don't knock nobody for doing nothing. You got a V6, cool. I had a V6. And I had an RT. And that gave my boy RT Life a hard time. And that's crazy. That's one guy that nobody should be talking smack about nothing. That dude is nice with his car. I mean, everything he's done to that car, his channel, just him as an individual is a cool cat. So I don't know how anybody can talk negative about him. It makes a lot of sense for him to add the wide body to his RT. Because that joint faster than my car. So, you know what I'm saying? And then it's his car at the end of the day. So it's just ridiculous for people to be going to his video talking smack about him adding a wide body to his car. It's just ridiculous, man. RT Life, if you watching this video, man, keep doing your thing. He inspired me to start my channel. Him and Tall Guy, Miss Organic, all those guys, man. So that's just ridiculous for people to be talking smack about RT Light. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.